The US economy just got slammed with a gut punch, and it is a gut punch that is landing squarely on the desk of Donald Trump. As President Trump is continuing to roll out sweeping tariffs and then going back, as he's promising Liberation Day, a completely harebrained concept, the damage of which we still don't fully understand, slashing funding for federal agencies and laying mass numbers of people off. As all of that is happening, the economic fallout is now becoming undeniable. I'm going to give you two numbers. The first number is negative 3.7. The GDPNow model from the Atlanta Fed is now projecting minus 3.7% GDP for Q1 of 2025. This is the first quarter, which ended on Monday, March 31st. This is a number so bad that it is rattling economists, and it is even rattling parts of Donald Trump's own administration, saying minus 3.7 would be very, very bad. Now, to be totally clear, this is only one projection. A different projection, or a survey that CNBC did. CNBC did an economist survey. What do economists expect for Q1 GDP? They are expecting growth, but of 0.3%. That's basically flat. Now, who previously told us that flat GDP growth, or even 1% GDP growth, or even 2% GDP growth is a disaster? Donald Trump did. It's Donald Trump who previously said, when we had 1.9% growth under Barack Obama, it was Trump who said that number is a disaster. If 1.9% under Obama is a disaster, what is 0.3% under Trump? Or what is negative 3.7% under Trump? So we will see where this lands. My expectation is that it'll be somewhere between minus 3.7 and plus 0.3. That is not good. That is not good. Now, the White House has been pushing Liberation Day tariffs, and this is the kind of new phase. They're adding a nationalist spin to Trump's economic agenda. Not only am I going to put in import taxes, but I am going to liberate you by putting on import taxes. It kind of doesn't make any sense. And behind the scenes reports are, of course, that economists know these policies are going to choke the economy, and we are now seeing that in the GDP predictions. The surge of imports rushing into the United States ahead of tariff deadlines subtract from GDP. This is another critical thing to understand. Businesses are panicking because of the expected on-again, off-again tariffs. Because they are expecting to have to pay more for stuff, they import more now. Imports are subtracted from GDP. And then you combine that with collapsing consumer and business confidence. This is not good for the economy. February's consumer spending was up 0.1%. That's not good. It was down 0.6% in January. The spending forecasts have cratered. Action Economics dropped its projection from up 4% to up 0.2%. And then finally, Barclays is saying that there are convincing signs of a serious slowdown in the data. The most optimistic forecasts say that after this very problematic first quarter, Q2, we're expecting 1.4% growth, Q3, 1.6%, and Q4, 2%. Understand that these are annualized numbers. So it's not, oh, that's like 6% growth. No, these are annualized numbers. All of this is below trend. All of this is below what Donald Trump has said is necessary to be able to say that you're doing a good job on the economy. So we have the economic story, but it also very quickly becomes a political story because Donald Trump campaigned on being the business genius who was going to increase growth. The truth is, and it is going to become starkly evident if these predicted numbers hold true, the truth is that even though the Biden economy had problems, and even though during the Biden economy, many people said, it doesn't feel like I'm doing well. And you've got to respect that. That's real. People vote on that. Despite all of that, once you start seeing 0.3% GDP growth followed by 1.4, those Biden numbers are going to look very good. Now, they're going to lie to you about it. They're going to say either the numbers were juiced or this is temporary pain for long-term gain. They're going to tell you all these different lies, and we'll debunk them one by one as they come forward. But what I continue to say is the same thing I said when Biden was president, the same thing I said when Trump became president, and all of it is the following. Look at the numbers in black and white and judge for yourself. We don't yet have the GDP number. When we do, we will be able to say, is the chaos at the White House, is the shrinking GDP, is any of it, is it worth it to fight these contrived culture wars and own the Dems? Or would we rather have genuine fiscal stability? It'll be a question. You will be able to answer it, and voters will answer it when they go and vote in 2026. If you've ever dealt with nausea occasionally, more frequently, you might want to check out one of our sponsors, Relief Band, a wearable wristband designed to relieve and maybe even prevent nausea. Many people use it for nausea related to anxiety or migraines or traveling by car, plane, or boat, sort of motion sickness. Easy to use, works quickly, lasts as long as you need, completely drug-free, no side effects. This was originally developed for use in hospital settings, and it works through a process called transdermal neuromodulation accustimulation, which is a lot of words to basically say it sends a pulse to the part of your nervous system involved in regulating nausea. And there's research indicating this can be helpful for nausea from motion sickness, pregnancy, even from certain drug side effects. And there are studies that suggest that combined with medication, it can be very useful for post-surgery nausea. Relief Band's new Premier Plus model provides advanced nausea relief and includes a digital clock, uses smart skin sensing technology to preserve battery life. Relief Band has earned an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. It has over 100,000 satisfied customers online. If nausea is something you deal with, it might be worth seeing if Relief Band can help. Visit reliefband.com and use the code PACMAN for 20% off plus free shipping. The info is in the description.